Dear students, physics class 5 thermoelectricity. Last point of the chapter thermoelectricity, that is thermoelectric diagram or Tate diagram. The diagram showing the relation between thermoelectric power and temperature. The temperature of hot junction with the cold junction is called thermoelectric diagram. Such diagram was first invented by Tate, hence the name Tate diagram also. It is also called as Tate diagram, dear students. The rate of change of thermo EMF with temperature is called thermoelectric power, that is P is equal to dE divided by dt. Now we drawn a graph of thermocouple, graph for a thermocouple CuPb, that is copper lead thermocouple, is plotted below. So this is the graph, and now we are going to study what is the use of this graph. By using this graph we can find Seebeck effect or Seebeck EMF, Peltier EMF and Thomson EMF. All the three we can find. Okay, so let us see one by one. Applications of thermoelectric diagram. First, Seebeck effect, when the junctions are at temperature T1 and T2. So in Seebeck effect we studied that the two junctions of the thermocouple are maintained at two different temperatures, thermo EMF develops. So therefore one junction is at temperature T1 and another junction is at temperature T2. So thermo EMF develops, that thing we know. So therefore thermo EMF due to Seebeck effect is T1 to E T2. So integrating dE by dt, it is multiplied with dt. So it is E thermo EMF total EMF. Now this is equal to integration of small de multiply and divide by dt. Okay, so therefore this get cancelled, again this is equal to E only. Okay, so this is equal to integration of T1 to T2, d by dt means P, that is thermoelectric power, into dt. Okay, so this is equal to area FGHK from the graph. Let us see. FGHK. So this area, this is the green line dotted and this is the solid green line. In between whatever the area is this. So this is T1 and this is T2, dear students. So this area gives us the Seebeck EMF. Okay, so that is Seebeck EMF. Here T1 E T2 denotes the Seebeck EMF produced when the junctions are at temperature T1 and T2. Then how to determine Peltier EMF? We know Peltier EMF, Peltier coefficient phi1 is equal to T1 into dE by dt. That is the standard relation we derived. So it is equal to area of rectangle GFCO. Remember, T1 into dE by dt is equal to GFCO. T1 into dE by dt, that is GFCO. Clear? Then pi2 is equal to T2 into dE by dt. So that is equal to area of rectangle HKDO. So see here, T2 at T2, pi2 we have to find. Pi2 is equal to T2 into dE by dt. Okay, so this is dE by dt along y-axis. So therefore it is equal to area under HKDO. Clear? So therefore Peltier EMF is equal to phi2 minus phi1. So amount of heat energy absorbed minus amount of heat energy evolved is converted into Peltier EMF, that is phi2 minus phi1, which is equal to area under GFC DHK. GFC DKH. So this green line area bounded by the graph is the Peltier EMF, dear students. Okay, Now, next, Thomson EMF. So we know the Thomson coefficient. We derived an expression sigma is equal to T into d square E divided by dt square. So we just rearrange this T into dE by dt into bracket dE by dt. So here dE by dt is P. So therefore it becomes T into dP divided by dt. Okay. So just cross multiply it. So sigma into dt is equal to T into dP. So T into dP is equal to area under A, B, Q, P. Clear? So here you can see area under A, B, Q, P, that is T into dP. Small thermoelectric power. Now, the total Thomson EMF generated when the ends of the metal at temperature T1 and T2 is. So, total Thomson EMF how to determine? By integrating sigma into dt. So, from T1 to T2, sigma into dt is equal to area under CFKD. Okay. So, CFKD. So this area, dear students, so from this graph we can find the Thomson EMF. Okay. Now, next point, representation of neutral temperature. This is the last point. So here we drawn the thermoelectric diagram or Tate diagram for two thermocouples CuPb and FePb. Copper lead and iron lead thermocouple. We drawn the that is graph. Okay. Now consider a thermoelectric diagram of copper lead and iron lead thermocouple is as shown in figure. Draw a line ABC parallel to y-axis at temperature T1. At temperature T1 we draw here A, B and C, one parallel line. Therefore, thermoelectric power of CuPb, copper lead thermoelectric power is AB. It is here. Then thermoelectric power of FePb, iron Pb is AC from the graph. It is here. So therefore, at neutral temperature Tn, the resultant electric power, thermoelectric power of CuFe is 0. So at this point, dear students, at neutral temperature Tn, the thermoelectric power is 0. Therefore, Tn is the neutral temperature of copper iron thermocouple. So here we got this as neutral temperature for copper iron thermocouple. Clear? So rate of change of thermo EMF is 0 in the sense at this point thermo EMF remains constant with respect to temperature. If you further increase the temperature here in this direction for copper lead it increases and for iron lead it decreases. Clear? So in the sense here it is changing with respect to time as well as temperature. But at this point it remains constant. Okay. So therefore rate of change of thermo EMF at this point is 0. So therefore this is known as neutral temperature of copper iron thermocouple. Okay. So here completes thermoelectricity theory part. So we will solve some problems on this chapter and I give you some assignment here. So the first problem, calculate the neutral temperature, the temperature of inversion and the total EMF for copper iron thermocouple between the temperatures. The junctions are at between the temperature 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius given A is equal to, small a is equal to minus 13.89 microvolt per degree Celsius, and B is equal to 0. I think it is 0.06, it is 0.026 microvolt per degree Celsius square. Okay. So what are the things they have given here? So A is given, B is given, temperature is given, cold junction 0 degree Celsius, hot temperature, and is at 100 degree Celsius. So neutral temperature we are first going to find. So here we know the relation for thermo EMF, E is equal to AT plus BT square. So differentiate this equation with respect to T, temperature, dE by dt is equal to A plus 2BT. Clear? So now it should be a small t, here also it should be a small t. So this is equal to A plus 2BT. Now dE by dt is equal to 0 at T is equal to Tn, that is neutral temperature. So at neutral temperature, while studying the theory, thermo EMF is maximum for a particular temperature and it is constant for a given thermocouple. So therefore, if thermo EMF is maximum for a particular temperature and it is constant for a given temperature, then rate of change of thermo EMF is obviously 0. So therefore, at T is equal to Tn, dE by dt is equal to 0. So therefore, A plus 2B Tn is equal to 0. So therefore, Tn is equal to minus A divided by 2B. So this is equal to, this minus get cancelled because A is equal to minus 13.89. So it is equal to 287.1 degree Celsius. We found Tn, that is neutral temperature. Okay. Then we are going to find inversion temperature. So as usually we know the relation between neutral temperature and temperature of inversion when the cold junction is at 0 degree Celsius, that is Tn is equal to 2Ti. From that relation also we can find. So we choose another method. So here E is equal to AT plus BT square. Here we took T common, A plus BT. So at T is equal to Ti, E is equal to 0. At inversion temperature, when we draw the graph, that is the resonance graph, at inversion temperature thermo EMF becomes 0. So therefore, at T is equal to Ti, E is equal to 0. So just substitute here. So Ti into bracket A plus BTi. Okay. So that it is equal to 0.